Hey y'all, back with another tutorial. This is going to be my version of the faux hawk on a pixie. This is it from the side, other side, and the back. Yeah, so I hope you like it. Leave comments below, subscribe, share this video, all that good stuff, and let's go. Okay, so as usual, here we're going to start off with the Nairobi to Wrap It and a rat tail comb. I've applied the foam to my hair, and then I'm going to start to comb it in the direction that I want to set it in. And since this is a faux hawk, I'm going to split the hair at the same point on both sides of my head, making sure that it's even. So you'll see me constantly checking and comparing one side against the other side. When I get to the back of my head, I'm going to go in a circular motion, but it's a deep circle, so it's going to go down farther in the back than normal. And then I'll just bring the comb back up to that other side. Here is where you see me checking, making sure everything is even and that I don't have more hair on one side than the other side of the part. And you do want to be careful with that just because of the nature of this style. Once I got my parts evened out and I was satisfied with them, I'm just going to go to the sides, smooth it down, do whatever you want to do with your edges. This is what I always do, a little small swoop for my edges. When I clean up this side, I'm going to go over to the other side and do the exact same thing, which is just get the edges as smooth as I want them to be and going in the shape that I want them to go in. And then the back of the hair is going to go straight down, as you can see. There you can see the rest of that circular part also. As for the top of the hair, I'm just going to comb everything forward and then just incorporate the bang into the side of my hair. Smooth everything out and wrap it and get ready to sit under the dryer. Now I'm back. Everything's dry and molded. I'm adding a little bit of grapeseed oil just to give it some shine and to help me break the mold. As you can see, I'm concentrating this on the top of my hair mostly and then using what's left over to smooth out the sides. That's the mold dried. I just want to turn around so you can see the whole thing. Then now I'm also going to go in with some oil Sheen. This is Cream of Nature Argan oil Sheen, and spray that on the hair also to give it extra shine before I start to curl it up. Then I'm going to comb out the wrap, only combing out the top section though. I'm careful not to comb out the sides because it's a mohawk style. You do want to keep the sides relatively sleek and flat, even though we're going to bump them just a little bit later. I'm going to concentrate on just combing out the top of the wrap right now, and then that's where we're going to start adding in all of our curls. So I'm going to take a section just above where the bottom of the circular part stopped. I'm just going to comb it out from root to tip, and then I'm going to take my bigger flat iron and I'm going to curl that piece going down toward the nape of my neck. You can see the curl there. The next piece that I'm going to take is right above that piece, and I'm going to comb that out the same way from root to tip. Take that same sized flat iron that we just used, and I'm going to curl this particular piece going forward. So you want the first piece going back, the second piece going forward, so that they're going in opposite directions, and that's intentional. Each curl from here on out is going to be done the same way. It's going to go in the opposite direction of the curl that was done just prior to it. So you'll see this curl here, same thing, comb it out from root to tip, and then I'm going to flip this one going back. And I'm just going to do this all the way up to maybe just in front of my ear, and then at that point you're going to curl all of the curls going back. So this piece will be curled going forward. And you're just going to keep doing that over and over. So I'll be back as soon as I finish curling those sections. You do want to keep in mind that when you're putting these curls in your hair, at this point, you're going to make sure you stay dead center, meaning don't pick up any hair from either side. You just want to make sure you're only curling the curls of the hair that's in the center row of your head. Even though when I wrapped it, that's not the part that I smoothed straight down. There's some sections of hair that I did comb forward in that bang portion, but we're not going to curl those pieces just yet. So here you'll see what I was talking about. I'm going to pick up those little pieces that were not in the center portion of the hair, but that also were not smooth and molded down. So you want to take those pieces and you want to curl them inward toward the center of your hair. So that was the first piece, and I parted at a diagonal, and I'll show you another piece here. Just going to comb it out from root to tip and curl it inward toward those curls that you already created down the center of your head. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side of the hair, that same little sliver of hair that was molded forward but that we didn't curl yet. Comb it out, and then I'll take the big flat iron and I'm going to do the exact same thing, which is just take this and curl it toward the center of my head. And you'll do that with those side pieces all the way up right to the bang. And just before we move on to the back section, I add a little bit of holding spray just to make things easier. The back here, you can see what I did. I created a triangular part off that curved part that I molded the hair into. And all you want to do to create this is just take your comb and just part down into a triangle from either side. It's that simple. It's hard to do on camera, so I parted it and then I showed you the part. All I did was grab that little piece and do the same thing. One curl one way, one the other way. Now I'm going back up to the top and towards the bang or the area that's going to frame my face. I'm just taking those smaller pieces of hair, curling them going back. And so that's what you'll see me do here. Once that's all done, I'm just kind of playing with the shape, making sure that it's going, the way I want it to go. And you can see the mohawk there starting to form. Now what I'm going to do is take a few pieces of hair on the sides of that triangle in the back of my head, and I'm going to curl them so that everything blends together, so that it doesn't look so harsh, so that it's not so much of a mohawk, and it is actually a faux hawk. So we just want to create the illusion. So I'm just going to take a couple pieces near the tail of that triangle and curl them into the hair. And then when I'm all done, you'll see how it blends together. But when you turn to the side, you still get the full effect of that mohawk because you curled the hair in different directions. Then here on the sides, I'm just going to take small pieces of hair and curl it down like you normally would do, any other style, from that part all the way down to my ear. But I am taking really small pieces and I'm curling it, but I'm not curling it very hard because, like I said earlier, you want to try to keep the sides of the style relatively flat and smooth so that you don't lose the effect of the mohawk when you turn to the side, or when someone looks at you dead on, you want them to be able to see that there is a mohawk in the top and that the sides are flat. So I'm going over to the other side of my hair. Again, the exact same thing. Just taking the flat iron, the smaller one, and curling those pieces, coming out with that flick of the wrist so that it goes in a backward motion towards the back of my head so that everything will blend. And here, this is just a little tip. I'm grabbing just a small sliver of hair and I'm curling it forward right at the part. And what this will do is blend the two pieces of hair together. So the top mohawk piece that's going in one direction and then the sides that are curled going down towards the ear, they will blend, but you will still maintain the shape of the style. And that's just something that I like to do. You don't have to do it. If you like the harsh part, you can leave it in there definitely with a style like this. And that's it. A little fingering, combing through, a little more holding spray, and we're all done. I'm trying to give you guys a slow spin so that you can see it from all angles, since I don't have any still pictures, but we're done. Shit came out right this time too. All right now. And that's the look. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you try it. If you do, let me know. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.